bless you, and thank you for joining us. I'm Minister Billy Burton, and welcome to Sunday School Insights. This audio teaching series is an evangelistic tool brought to you by Inspirational Minutes Ministries International, Advocatus Ecclesiae Publishing, and Ministry Outpost. We hope and pray that these lessons will reach those who, for whatever the reason, either can't or won't come to a Bible study, a Sunday school class, or a traditional church service. Subscribe to our channel here on YouTube and then follow us on Facebook, where you can read your Bible lessons faithfully each week. Our Facebook link is conveniently posted below. Our background music, Worlds Away, is provided by the artistic genius of J. Mann at www.ourmusicbox.com. Again, we thank you for joining us, and Sunday School Insights begins now. This week's lesson is called Deborah and Barak. Our scriptures are found in Judges, chapter 4, verse 1 through chapter 5, verse 31. This lesson opens with Israel being spotlighted as having done evil in the sight of the Lord again. The mention of Ehud and his death is very important because it is Ehud who was sent by God to deliver the people of Israel from the bondage of King Eglon, king of the Moabites. The children of Israel had been under his torment for 18 years when they cried out to God for help. Ehud, who was a Benjamite, was left-handed, which allowed him to carry an 18-inch two-edged blade hidden on his right thigh, undetected. This was possible because most people were right-handed and would have carried a sword on their left hip. Ehud, while delivering annual tribute to the king, found time to be alone with him and used that opportunity to stab him so deeply until the knife got lost in all of the king's fat, and he died. Israel lived in peace for 40 years as a result, but sinned against God again and had now been enslaved for 20 years. Now they cried out to God for help, and this time God speaks to Barak. It is the prophetess Deborah, however, who hears, listens to, and answers the call of the Lord. Deborah contacted Barak and confirms for him the word of the Lord to free Israel, with instructions and directions as to how to go about it. The Lord promised that if they would follow his directions, that he would meet them there and deliver the victory into their hands. God always lines up help that will come from areas that we can't imagine, and he always handles every single detail. What we have to do is trust him and be obedient, and he'll do the rest. Hard slavery was about to come to an end for God's people, and they would once again be able to live in peace if the leaders that God raised up would only listen and obey. Thank God, they did. And God was faithful to his promise, as he always is. When all was said and done, Barak led forces against Jabin, the king of Canaan, and his military commander Sisera. Jabin was destroyed, and his military commander ended up with his head nailed to the floor inside of a tent where he ran to escape. Deborah, a married prophetess whom God raised up for this time period, was the only female judge that the Bible talks about. She was a counselor and also a warrior. We see that God can reveal winning strategies to those whom he chooses, especially to those whom he can trust. Deborah, as we can see, showed herself to be trustworthy in God's eyes. Join us again next week, God willing, for another lesson of Sunday School Insights. Our background music, You on My Mind, is composed and performed by J Man at www.ourmusicbox.com. God bless you.